Interesting stuff. Stone, we've been talking about the positives of this tournament. I mean, yesterday, Daniel was also, and we're going to get on the beat with Daniel in a second. But for you, up to this point, what will be the big takeouts from this tournament?
First of all, there are a couple of things, but one of the things that I was very frustrated about at the last AFCON, Senegal winning, was the camera work. Okay. It was all over the place. So something will happen, an incident will happen, and we don't have the clear VR picture of what has happened. It will come from the side, or it will come from the back, or the camera. I was complaining because it was a problem. You cannot have the biggest football tournament in Africa and have that kind of camera work. It was horrible. But this AFCON, they give you all the angles, like you see everything to like the whole thing, just like the penalty, that we two penalties that we had, South Africa and Nigeria. They showed you almost all the angles, And one of the things I want to look at, because he was talking about it, but the referees have been spot on. I mean, Nigeria had just scored their second goal. And then the VR says, oh, there might have been a penalty in the sequence.
At the other side.
and then he goes back.
Yeah.
And he checks it, and it's a penalty. All we admit is a penalty. He goes there, it's a penalty. I mean, this is a sequence that's already happened. Yeah. And now, I've seen some games, in some competitions, whereby the goal is given. And we know that, this is a foul. I don't want to mention competitions, but I've seen some very, very, things that we look at and say, come on now. And then the problem, and then the problem is that when we now come out, the players have to complain. The players will complain. The coaches sometimes will complain. And then you have a situation whereby the pundits will come out and be having all this talk and say, what is this, what is that, and all those stuff like that. When we come for the AFCON, it's straight to analysis. It's straight to the history of the game. It's this and that. And it has been absolutely amazing so far. And one of the things I will say again is the improvement of the football itself. I mean, this is the best football we have ever seen in any kind of African competition. This is the best. I mean, look at even the people, Nigeria, for example, that contains and tries to counter and everything like that. The build-up is beautiful to watch. They're not just playing, long ball everywhere. Those that attack South Africa, look at the way they play. It's beautiful to watch. Look at the way Cape Verde play. Look at the way DR Congo play. I mean, Cote d'Ivoire was able to limit them and everything, but look at the way Cote d'Ivoire, look at the way, the football is beautiful. Even Egypt did not come with a 1-0 situation to this AFCON. They came to play the beautiful game. They conceded, they scored, they were out there, everything. So I believe that this AFCON, let me not say I believe, because if I say I believe it, this is the best AFCON ever. In terms of the football, in terms of the referee, in terms of the usage of VR, which has been the best usage of VR since the inception of VR, in terms of the camera work, in terms of the pitches, in terms of the legends that have shown up, and the excitement, for the football all over the continent, in terms of the inclusivity of the women, of the children, of all kinds of people, in terms of the joy on the streets when we win. When was the last time that a country won and then it went all, the country celebrating and they've not won the AFCON? Look at Nigeria, look at Cote d'Ivoire, look at everybody. So it's amazing.
And that just reminds me of a video I saw on social media of the legendary Nwankwo Kanu there, celebrating with the team. It was just amazing. Let's